Hey there, Mortal Con. Let me share with you a rough draft for an idea that I had about a new character that I wanted to make. Okay? Let's go over their backstory real quick, okay? Alright, now let's go from the top. Once there was a beautiful ethereal dragon who was the princess of their clan, who was a peaceful, kind, loving princess who wouldn't even hurt a fly. It wouldn't even hurt the weakest creature and carried many good dreams in her wings, and her presence healed the land and held the balance of nature in the palm of her hand. Until the Unseelie came. Because she was so peaceful and didn't want to fight, they subdued her by force and captured her and used foul magic, not only to corrupt her body and soul, but to break her mind, turning her radiant scales jet black and her wings corrupted into dark butterfly-like wings. Then they chained her up and forced her to give birth repeatedly to soulless horrors that would serve their forces forever and ever and ever, at least until the end of the war, where the Unseelie would get defeated and their leaders killed and their followers scattered, but she would remain corrupted, lost, trapped alone, trapped in a nightmare of mind and soul. And body, yeah. At least until Karabasi assumed the crown of the Neo-Unseelie, and her treatment would become far, far worse. She would be beaten and forced to obey and submit to their orders and carry out attacks for them, then their forces, and be a big, bad, scary dragon under Karabasi's thumb, in addition to being once again forced to give birth to many monsters and horrors for Karabasi's army, which became so unbearable that the dragon thought the only way out of this misery and absolute nightmare was to play the parts of the big bad, evil, scary dragon and to let heroes and adventurers, anyone, anywhere, who could overcome her, to slay her and finally bring her peace. After Karabasi and her henchmen were captured, killed, and defeated, the dragon remained all alone in its lair, and it would regularly attack people in kingdoms and lands, which its presence brought horrors and nightmares and wrought by its power until one day a hero would be able to kill it and hopefully slay it. Or that was the plan, it hoped. Until fate had something else in mind. Because there was a hero, not one who came to slay or kill it or make it suffer for what it did or get revenge for its misdeeds, but who listened to the tale of woe and knew what had truly happened, and despite what the world around them told them, went to the dragon not to kill but to listen and to heal and to sing, and to purify it of the horror and the terror and all the evil it had experienced and been turned into, and to end the long nightmare not with fire and sword but with song and healing, and restore what was lost and help it recover what it once held dear and believed in, and from the scars in its heart and mind. Alright, now, I should probably go over the inspiration for this. Are you guys familiar with, Fire Emblem? You guys remember Aiden, right? Yeah, it's kind of heavily inspired by Aiden. Alright now. Alright now. I know you're thinking that's the name of an SMT demon. No, not talking about that Aiden. No. I'm talking about the Fire Emblem one. Anyway, I'll see you later. Remember to fly like bat and shine like the moon, for weirder stuff dreams are made of. Bye-bye now. Goodbye. Don't forget to give me your name, by the way. Yeah, you should trust me with your name. I'm a fairy, after all. No, not with the Unseelie, no. No. I'm from the actual 100% definitely totally legit good guy court, the Seelie court. Yeah, they were totally legit 100% the good guys, yeah. Anyway, goodbye.